Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is episode 4, and we are on day 10. If you recall, last episode we had a discussion, and I started over in a world that I have loved for quite some time. But this time I'm hoping to do even better. I am still using Pixlriff's Minecraft Survival Guide 3, which this lovely world is from. This is the one that he uses in that world. And I explained everything in episode 3 as to why I'm here instead. Besides the fact that I just really missed this world and everything, so. But I did start completely over, and now we are just going to keep trucking along using his guide. Anyway, let's get cracking. Okay, so as I move things into the house, I want to explain a little more. I am following along Pixlriffs, as you know, and what we are doing is we're now past the survive your first night stuff. We are now into the territory of finding the different wood variants, the different trees. So that means a little boat ride, but I also want to build an animal pen and trap some sheep and cows. So I am hoping that I can accomplish all of that in this episode. But before I do that, there's some things I need to do. As you can see, I need to smelt the rest of this iron. Also, I think it would be worth making a bundle since I don't have any villages nearby that I could see yet that I remember. There's one I remember well, but it's across the ocean, so I don't really want to wait that long for a bundle. So there we are. A nice little bundle. I think while I wait for that, I don't really have much. So I started gathering materials and clearing out around the base to prepare for my journey to go get some wood types. I also wanted to add an actual floor, but save on materials by using slabs. I then found this little cave underneath my little base, gathered up some more materials that I knew I would need. I love torches, and of course murdering cows along the way. The first wood type is, besides the obvious first two, the cherry. Unfortunately, while I was doing this, it was becoming night and I was trying to get away from the mobs. And at first I was pretty successful because it was just one zombie. But then as I tried to leave and just run past everything, I thought, okay, I want string, so I'll kill these two spiders. And for some reason, I was just having the worst time trying to hit them. I don't know what happened there. But then as I was getting pumpkin, all of a sudden I was just set upon by everything. And when the baby came out, I was like, oh, heck no. So I saw the creeper. I used it to kill this baby, which it didn't work. It wounded it, obviously, but it didn't kill it. Now we've got 4 zombie adults and the baby. So I ran for the hills and realized they were going to quickly catch me because going uphill it slows you down with all the jumping. So I pillared up to get away and thought I'll just wait here for a while and see if I can just wait till the sun comes out and then they'll all burn up and I can kill what's left. Thankfully, the sun is going to start to come up now. Oh dear. And as the sun was coming out, ever so slowly, a skelly shot me off, as you just saw. And the baby came at me full force. Luckily, it didn't take too many hits. And of course, there was another creeper. But the zombies, they were just too strong. And in the end, I died. First death. I ran back, got all my stuff, angrily, as it were, and I decided to refill the hole that the creeper made. Back at my base, I then decided to accomplish one of my tasks while I cooled off from being killed already, and build the animal pen. I then collected cows and some sheep, shearing the sheep along the way. I got them all to the pen finally. It took a little while because they were kind of spread out all over. And then I fed them. And now off on our adventure to get the wood types. I decided to stop at the sunken ship. I remember it having better loot, but this time it pretty much had nothing. That was disappointing, to say the least, but there it is. Double checked one more time and gave up on it. I then was sidetracked, as always, getting coal and iron on the stony shores. I love stony shores for this. And there was so much to gather just right in front of where the spruce trees were in this little grove. But again, I just couldn't help myself. And finally, the spruce trees. The first one gave me a single sapling. No, it gave me none. The second one gave me like one. And the third one finally gave me a bunch. So I then stopped at the neighboring stony shore, gathered up some things, and moved on. Got myself some bamboo, found a fallen log, and then took out one of the big jungle trees to get more saplings. I then stopped by my village, the nearest one, which was across a little ocean, and helped myself to some of their resources. I then decided to clean up the village because I know this is the one I'm going to have to use to make all of my villagers and their professions happen. So I decided to secure it by building a wall, a fence around it. Which in the end I had to sort of take down and redo this particular area because it was just too much fencing. So I had decided to take out the hill, shorten another hill, flatten it out just a little bit, and that made it all fit together better. You'll see. But I go around this entire thing. I had added blocks to make the paths a little wider so they maintained their original width and shape when I added the fencing around it. I then covered up some big gaps to keep the villagers from falling down into here. I actually had to rescue a couple of them. They were down there talking. So I lit it up all around under there, and then I dug a space out for them so they could get out, and then quickly recovered it. But as you can see here, I had to fight to get them to do what I needed. Sometimes they can just be really dumb. And this is that area I was talking about that I kind of reshaped and ended up with a lot more fencing material that way too. And yeah, I trapped that golem out. Hey, you snooze, you lose. He took forever to do anything, so I was getting tired of waiting on him to come back inside. What you didn't see was a whole lot of tree chopping and growing, and really I just wanted to show how much it took to get around this thing. And then I created a couple of farmers, traded with one, put a few more gates in, and just kind of cleaned up, gathered some sheep and a cow, brought them inside because I wanted to make extra beds. So hopefully, okay, they're sharing food. And there's the baby. Thank you all so much for watching. That is the end of episode 4.